Okay. I was saying that feeling of the panic monster, um, is kind of like a reason why I personally continue to procrastinate because uh, that panic monster is what allows me and what honestly forces me to get things done because I'm just like, oh, dang, like I need to get it done and I get it done now. So that panic monster um, is kind of like the reason why I continue to procrastinate because it honestly has taught me to work really well under pressure, which is a good skill to have, but being a chronic procrastinator is not a good thing because the reason why I continue to do it is because I know that in the end, I'm going to get it done eventually. And that's why I continue to procrastinate because I know that I'm going to get it done in the end because of that feeling of the panic monster. And that's a habit that I need to break, but I just like that term. So, anyways, an alternative solution to stop procrastinating first is to hand over your phone or like any other distractions you may have to like an adult or a family member. So by doing this, like you are physically giving up anything that can be distracting, and that can kind of force you to focus on what you need to get done because the moment you don't have those distractions, I mean, there's really no way to put off doing your task because there's nothing else that you can do because you've given it up. And also having uh, handing over your phone or any other distractions to somebody else can be motivating because you know that there's someone who wants you to get it done, and having that other person like check up on you frequently to make sure that you're getting things done, to like just check up and be like, hey, like make sure you're staying on task or whatever. You having that support system can honestly be a motivating factor to get your tasks done. Another solution would be to break up your tasks. So let's say that there's an assignment that you need to do. So by breaking it up and being like, oh, I'm going to work on this task for, it can be as little as 5 to 10 minutes to maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Breaking it up into really, really tiny like pieces can be beneficial because I've seen some solutions that say, oh, like work on something for an hour or an hour or two, but that honestly doesn't really work because when you're a procrastinator, it's difficult to do something for like a long period of time before getting bored or feeling that, oh, I can just do this later when you're working on something for a long time. So when you break up your task into really, really tiny little pieces, even though you may not be getting something done like all at once or like knocking it out like all at once, like get it in a big chunk or in a big piece, working on it like little by little um, could be beneficial because you're slowly like chipping away at the task. So like once you work on it for like a week or whatever it is on your task for like a week, and even if you spent like anywhere between 5 to 30 minutes a day, in the end you're going to have a lot more accomplished than if you were to try to sit down and do it all in like an hour or sit down at an hour at a time. Doing it to little pieces is, I think, a lot more manageable. And so there's this quote